Boom chaka. Boom chaka means start in douchebag. I don't know if you speak douchebag, but boom chaka.
I don't.
I do. I speak bad douchebag, and boom chaka means start. To begin, one could say. Okay, let's see what we can make fun of today.
That's $0.
I think they're asking per thing. He says it's well over $2,000 worth of equipment. When? That's.
What are those red X's?
I assume that means he's not selling those masks. That are X out are not included. Yes, so those two things are not included.
So there's a shocker. No. No. Off.
Loki! Get the fuck out of here! Get!
Can you cancel that? No. No.
Loki,
Is there a dog issue?
what are you doing? You're destroying everything. And you're making me yell when I'm trying to talk to people on the internet. Dog, you are a pain in the butt. That's the only way I can put it.
We got 2 people watching. Dalton!
He says be there in a minute or 2.
Yeah.
And yet he's here now. I'm confused by that.
No, he probably put his phone down or has walked away from his computer. But wanted us to know that he's attentive.
Right.
And I'm sure Xavier's watching. But listening to it as a podcast like he usually does.
Right. I don't think that, yeah, sure.
I don't know how this works.
Dalton says that he's here now.
You're not here though, Dalton. You may be there.
He is there, not here. So back to what we were doing before Loki decided to press the power button on the computer. So this person says this is over $2,000 worth of equipment.
The Titman's $48 each. That's not. Or that's
This
not.
stuff, I mean, those are fine air tanks. A bunch of CO2 tanks, that's useless. Carbon fiber that looks incredibly out of date. I can't actually see the date on it though. Another CO2 tank, 2 gravity-fed hoppers, some whatever loaders, a weight or tester.
That's very important when you're traveling.
For traveling, it's true, but it's not really paintball related. And an old school chronograph.
I'll take that.
I wonder if the thing even still works.
It's a little rusty.
That's crazy.
I think he's selling just for that though.
I don't know.
Because that's all I would really want.
I would not say that that this all together is worth $2,000. He doesn't actually say what he's asking, but it's honestly this material, all this stuff is just super outdated and it's not really useful anymore. So it's not worth.
You can get
This person
not
is,
$1.
This person is selling a Spider Rodeo with hopper and barrel plug for $85. You can't get a new one for $85. Hey, look, he's selling paint. Who would have thunk it? Bunch of 3 CO2 tanks. That's exciting. He has 2 remote airlines. Those are $10 each. That's not outrageous. Tidman 98 custom with hopper and barrel plug $70. That's outrageous. CO2 tanks $5 each.
A
That's
JT
dumb.
mask for $5. That's not bad. What does the mask look like? spoke to.
Yeah, those, no. No.
Although I have a J team, that's good to know.
Yes, but not this one.
Which I don't have.
Yours is quite a bit newer than this.
That.
Or take it all for $200. Yeah, that's pretty laughable. Sorry, bud, but no.
I
And
don't
no
like
one wants your paint.
that paint looks like it's been sitting in a basement for 5 years.
It does. It does indeed look that way. Whether or not that's true,
Oh,
I don't know, but it does look that way.
You want to sell paint? Okay. Tell me when you bought the paint. Tell me where the paint came from. So if I buy your paint, I know how old it is and what field I can use it at. Because other than that, it's useless. Nobody can use your Dick's paint that you bought in '99.
What she said. So we're going to talk about a little bit about the Iron City Classic, the ICC. Dalton played in it, as did several other people that we know, but we really only care about Dalton, at least for today's discussion, because he's on our team. So Dalton, tell us a little bit about how you did. I believe the final score for you was 3 wins and 3 losses, if I'm correct. The team that you were playing with.
We do care about you.
Well, I mean,
you care about
Dalton.
Dalton.
In the context of this video, yes, I do care about you. Don't listen to me as in, like, I don't care about him even in the context of this video?
No, you love him or heart him.
I heart him.
You heart him because he doesn't use the L word, so everybody hearts Dalton.
I see. I think that you're speaking about, I think you're expressing your feelings towards him.
I know exactly that I heart Dalton. We're not talking about me, we're talking about you.
Him in his soccer picture.
Damn smoking.
Damn smoking. Damn smoking.
Before we go into Dalton, Tim played.
Yeah.
Your lady friend played.
I wish she was my lady friend. Carla, if you're watching this ever, please be mine. So 3 wins, 5 losses. So a little worse than I thought, but, considering who are there, I think that any wins at the ICC is pretty awesome because look who you're playing against. Stop that. Don't do that
Dalton,
anymore.
did you play San Diego?
I would imagine they played everybody. 41st overall. Out of 72, that's pretty darn good.
That's pretty...
40,
74. That's even better.
yeah, 41 out of 74 is pretty good. It's very very middle. So,
Well,
that's awesome. Did you either shoot or get shot at by my wannabe lady friend, my dream lady friend? They didn't play San Diego. I thought everyone played everybody, but apparently I'm wrong. We did see Ryan Greenspan.
numerous times.
I only saw him once.
I saw him.
Well, aren't you special?
I was thinking about running after him and jumping on his back as a joke, but I feel that that's just something that I didn't need the cops coming on me. He's not worth a cop call.
So Dalton says they were in different brackets. So, Dalton, how do the brackets work? Do you only play against people that are in your bracket? 8 different brackets. So I assume that you only played the people that were in your bracket. So you're playing against 1/8 of the overall, I assume. That's how it works. Which I guess has its ups and downs to it. I personally don't really like that, but
Then how do you
gotta
have
split it up somehow.
But how do you have a number 1?
They got the most points.
Okay.
Because you could get 100 points per game.
Yeah.
Even if you lost, you can still get points because it was.
It was 2 points per every person you got out.
Every person you shoot out is 2 points. Every person you have left is 1 point. And the flagpole is 20 and a flag hang is 50. So there were 3 pro teams in Dalton's bracket. Do you know the names of said pro teams? What was I saying? What was I saying?
You were talking about scoring and bracket.
Yes. Well, top two in each bracket go on to playoffs. That makes sense. But,
So it's 74 divided by 8.
Gunfighters, Adrenaline, and Pittsburgh Rampage. Okay. I don't know who the Gunfighters are, but I know the other two. I didn't know that Pittsburgh Rampage was a pro team. I know who they are, though. I know of them, anyway. But I didn't know they were a pro team.
They could be very low on that pro bracket.
They could be very low on that pro bracket.
All you have to do is be ranked, right? Like, isn't... As a team, don't you have to be ranked? Don't you have to be in those, like...
You do have to be ranked to be a pro, yes. But just because you're ranked doesn't mean you're a pro. I'm ranked. You're ranked. We actually beat
I have
Pittsburgh
a
Rampage.
number.
Okay, so that's my point.
Didn't Pittsburgh Rampage play at the 2-man?
Maybe?
I thought I saw jerseys that said Pittsburgh Rampage on them. You didn't play PA Mercenaries? They weren't on your bracket?
They do give you points, yes. They give you a standing based on wins and kills and blah, 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 blah. He says he's not sure. He doesn't know.
I saw the beard numerous times. It's very hard to miss the Chrisman beard. I saw these fantastic moustaches, though.
Where did that even come from?
I said,
The Chrisman beard.
I asked Dalton if he played PA Mercenaries. And that led to Joe Chrisman, who basically all you have to do, you can find his beard out in a crowd.
Okay. Hey, Paul.
Just like you could find Paul's beard out in a crowd.
Yeah, what you said. So Dalton was gonna be here with us today. He promised last week that he would be here to talk about the ICC. But here we are. Without him. He's not here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna say that I'm upset with Dalton because of that, but what I will say is that Dalton was supposed to be here, but he's not. That's what I'm gonna go ahead and say.
You don't sound disappointed at all.
I'm not trying to make you feel bad, Dalton. I'm just letting the world know that you said you were gonna be here, and you're not here.
All two people.
One of which is him, and the other which is us. I'm just letting the world know that you said you were going to be here, and you're not. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm just relaying the facts, to the world. Paintball is expensive, man. You're right. I need to afford the next scenarios.
I feel that that's more important than being here tonight. I'd rather him be here, but if I have to choose between him being a pirate and him being here, I'd choose him being a pirate.
I see.
Yeah.
That's what she chooses.
Please.
You're welcome.
Also, there aren't little children here that he can...
There aren't little children there for him to pew-pew.
You don't know where he is at the present
Dalton,
moment.
are there little children there for you to pew-pew?
See, there you go.
Yes, you'd rather save money to shoot little kids on the field, but right now we're talking about little kids being wherever you are that you can shoot, and I don't think there are any. That's just how I feel.
I feel like we should use another word besides shoot with what's going on in the world today. Pew-pew? There's a lot of massacres.
What does pew-pew mean?
I don't know.
It means shoot.
Yeah, I just feel bad.
So
and
please explain the difference.
I don't want YouTube to take us down because we're talking about shooting paint at little children. With what's going on in the last week and a half. Just being sensitive.
Being sensitive. Saturday there will be a bad company. Well, have fun on Saturday. We may play this weekend, I doubt it. But maybe. But it won't be a bad company, obviously. Loki, get down.
You're in trouble, baby.
Get down.
Because you turned the computer off.
Marking little kids doesn't sound any better. No, not really. Marking them for what? I wonder. But yeah, then, so 5 losses, 3 wins, 41 out of 74s.
Which is pretty good because 37 would be halfway. So you did a little
worse than half.
But that's pretty damn good.
I think that's pretty good. The only thing that upsets me is the fact that I was not able to play. I tried to play. I tried to put a team together.
Well, maybe you should start putting a team together now.
Maybe I should. I should ask everybody right now if they're willing to play the ICC with me next year. I'm going to have to be Johnny on the spot with it, though, because this year everything's sold out in 28 minutes. So I got to be ready to go. Hi, Pupperoon. What you doing? Besides being annoying, what are you doing? Why you get your head to that?
Dalton, did you play Intense or the Family? And did you see Marcel Margot anywhere?
No.
You got to see your lady friend. I did not get to see my man friend.
I got a hug from my lady friend. I got a hug from K69, everybody. It was delightful.
Did Tim meet Marcel Margot? Did Tim tell Marcel Margot? Okay. Talk to Tim. I don't think Marcel was there.
Maybe he was not.
Because when I looked at the pictures on Instagram with them all drinking Iron City beer out of the trophies, I didn't see him. And I went to his page and there wasn't anything remotely looking like he was in Pittsburgh. Which makes me sad.
Sorry. But I did get a hug from K69.
And how did you get a hug from K69?
She hugged me.
I understand that, but how did you meet K69? Who orchestrated that for you?
Dina, your little friend.
And would you know Dina if it wasn't for some particular person?
Maybe.
Don't even get credit about it. Without me, I just want to comment about what a terrific wife I am. Because while you were having your little, I'm shy, I'm going to try to flirt with this paintballer, I walked away and let you do whatever you needed to do.
But you know who didn't? Dina's husband. And he was there the whole time. And I was like, dude, get out of here. This is me and her time. And he just stood there. Next year, try to play, Dan. You might be able to fill a spot. I don't want to fill a spot. I want to be a spot.
You are a spot.
Thank you. I don't want to be a filler. I want to just be a team member. I want to play all the games.
Dylan, how many games did you actually play versus how many games?
Well, they played 8. So how many? Yes. How many did you play? Because they had 3 wins and 5 losses.
Okay.
So he played 8. Now, while he's answering that,
I guess that does make sense.
This weekend, we have 12 people right now. I played in 4.
But you have to have 12. That's what Dina was saying, that to even be able to register, you have to have 12.
Interesting. Well, in any case, I gotta find a team to be on. I don't know. But anyway, so this week we may play Rec Ball, we may not. But next weekend is Temple of Doom, which we'll talk more about next week because we'll have more information for it.
We don't have any information. Jason was too busy at the ICC.
We have very little information. He didn't have any information to give. But he hasn't done much
But he
planning.
also specifically said that I've been worried about this. I've not even thought about the ICC.
Which is understandable.
The
But he had no info to give.
Can I just say, we go to the ICC to cheer on our lovely man Dalton. and I got hit 4 times.
More than 4. It was more than 4. It was like 6.
I got hit in the leg.
She's a paint magnet. She wasn't playing, but she got hit just as much.
Woods ball, I got hit in the leg, and that broke. And then I got hit right below the belly button. That did not break. And then I walked off the field. Because that paint was very thick, and it looked like Pepto-Bismol. And it was like running down my leg real weird. I wanted to remove it from my body. And then when we went to go watch Jason on Hyper, I got hit.
You took 2 to the stomach on that one.
I got hit in the side, and I got hit in the foot because I was right next to you.
So you got it 3 times there. Foot and 2 in the stomach.
Did I get it in the stomach? I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I just know, like, the one to the leg, honestly, I think he was aiming for me.
No, he was aiming for the guy right in front of you.
There wasn't a guy right in front of me.
On Woods Ball? Yes, there was. You were standing behind somebody. You were literally in the line of fire.
Anybody. I was up to the...
If the guy hadn't been there, then yes, he would have been aiming directly for you. But as it was...
Okay, so then how the hell did I get hit all those times on Hyper?
That I don't know.
Learn how to control your paint.
That's why you have to wear
Because I don't think I was aimed at, because from where they were coming from, I think the wind just took him. Or he was focused on, I don't know where he was shooting.
Cool story, bro.
Why can't I be an ass about it?
Because I can. Because you like it. I got hit, I think just twice. Not nearly as many times. And on Woods Ball, it's funny because she was standing behind me.
Every time I stand behind you, I get shot.
Yeah. She's always getting hit behind me.
Because I got hit in the leg. You were here and I was right there. Why I have to get hit in the leg and not you?
I'm okay with it.
I got real burnt too.
Yeah, sorry about your life.
I'm all tan and pretty nice.
But anyway, yeah, so next weekend is Temple of Doom. We don't have much information, but what we do know is it's based off of all 4 Indiana Jones. And then
Tomb Raider.
It's also based off the Tomb Raider video game.
Just the video games, not
Just the video game.
Not the movies, okay.
And it's based off of Uncharted, the video game, not the movie.
Uncharted's a movie?
Yeah. A very bad one. I never saw it, but I'm told it's very, very bad. So we've watched all 4 of the Indiana Jones to do some research. I'm thinking about watching the newest Tomb Raider because apparently it's pretty close to the newest game as well. But I don't know which game he's using.
I want to say he's probably using...
There's many.
Yes, there are many.
There's many.
I enjoyed Tomb Raider. I thought it was better than Angelina Jolie's versions.
And what's her name's real hot.
Yeah, that lady's real. She's pretty.
She's very attractive. So there's that. Not that Angelina Jolie is bad looking, because she certainly isn't. But I'm a big fan of the newer one. It was the first Tomb Raider in this series. Question mark. No, I'm saying question mark.
Well, didn't they release a new video game after the movie of Tomb Raider? Or they went hand in hand. Either
the movie was based off the game.
That just had come out.
Yeah.
So I guess that's... I didn't think the movie was bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't as
I didn't
good.
think...
It wasn't as good as they made it out to be, but it wasn't bad by any means. And what's her name's real hot. So, I mean, how bad can it be if you got a really hot star?
I didn't think Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie was that bad of a movie. You get to see side boob in that movie.
You do see side boob in that movie. But those movies, the 2 that she did, are beloved by many, but not because they're great movies, because they're wonderfully bad. I believe your Ginger Movie Man did a hilariosity on them. And they love them because they're bad. But yeah, so We are on red team, which are the Pirates. And when I first, so Jason asked us to be on the Pirates team, like the couple minutes after he was told he'd be the Pirates, or asked to be general, and then they asked him what team he wanted. He said Pirates, and then he contacted me about it. At first I thought we're the Pirates for Temple of Doom, because at that time I thought it was just based off of the one movie, Temple of Doom. So I was like, who are the Pirates? That's weird. Shouldn't there be, in Temple of Doom, shouldn't there be like the magic Indian people and then like the slave children? But with now knowing that there's more to it than just that, it makes sense that you have Pirates overall and treasure hunters are the other team, which are led by Legion of Assassins. So it should be a pretty good fight between Ronin on one side and LOA on the other, and then whatever teams they've recruited, including ourselves for Pirates.
It's like Nazi zombies all over again.
Is it like Nazi zombies all over again?
That's what it was.
Was it?
LOA was the commanders and Ronin was...
I believe it.
Ronin was
We won that
though.
game, so...
Ronin were the good guys for Nazi zombies because we were all evil, and they were like, you need to go over here, and I was like, no. I probably didn't say it. It was more like the UFO parasailing where I was like, no. But
no one understood that, but I did, so continue.
we've talked about it on this station.
No, I mean no one understood the words that you were saying.
Oh, okay. But now it's reversed.
It is
They're
reversed.
the good guys.
Indeed. We're still the bad guys. But we won that game, but we were on LOA's team, so now hopefully we will win on Ronin's team.
No, we were on Ronin's team for Nazi zombies. We started out on LOA.
Oh, that's right. We had to switch
and then we had to
teams.
switch because we were the only team that had
Right.
enough to make it even.
Right. Good job, us. We make all the difference. See that? We make all the difference. When there's 3 or more of us, I notice
We kick major butt.
we kick butt all the time. If there's only the 2 of us, we may or may not win. But if there's 3 or more,
Black Hawk Down, there were what, 5 or 6 of us? Weren't there 6 of us for Black Hawk Down? And we were in every picture?
not quite every picture. But there are a bunch of us. There was you and me, Clark, and
Luke,
then
Eric,
and Colin, and Dalton.
There were 7 of us.
Yeah, and then they brought a couple of friends. So Dalton brought a friend. Was it Badi or someone else? And then I think Clark brought a friend.
I think it was Badi, because he brought the other kid, who's afraid of the ocean.
Ah, the other kid that's afraid of the ocean.
He brought him to Nazis. Because there's a picture of us with him.
Yeah, that guy.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
The one that's afraid of the ocean, yeah.
Okay. Not the one that's afraid of cicadas.
Yeah, that's a different guy.
Oh, that's a different guy.
There's the one that's afraid of water, and the ocean specifically, and then there's the one that's afraid of cicadas, or bugs in general.
But I do... I get afraid. I want to mention something now. And
She's going to mention something now.
Sure, you and I will mention it later.
We're going to mention it later. Go ahead.
So there's going to be a fundraiser on the 13th of September? 15th of September. This is why I keep you around. For the National...
For paintball stuff. See, I can remember paintball stuff. I can't remember anything else.
National Hemoglobin?
The people that bleed a lot.
The people that bleed a lot. The foundation. All proceeds are going to the foundation.
I believe it's all entry fees.
I
Paint
thought-
sales still go to still go to Three Rivers.
It is at Three Rivers, but if you're interested in a charity event for people who bleed.
If you feel that bleeding is bad, especially bleeding a lot when you shouldn't be bleeding, please come to this game and prevent blood.
I'm sure there will be more information, but Minion, it's important to Minion, so.
Yeah, we'll have more information about it later on.
And to answer
Dalton, to your question of is it open play? From what I understand, it's kind of somewhere in the middle. It's not a scenario, but all the fields are open. So he said it's kind of basically an all-day, all-field domination game.
I'm sure we'll know more though.
Yeah, we'll know more later, I'm sure.
I'm sure depending on who all shows up when they do numbers, they'll change things. And then
who knows?
He mentioned a picnic, so I'm sure that there's going to just be a bunch of food and.
Indeed, we'll have more information later, but I would think that probably Tyler will throw together some sort of missions. So who knows? But we'll have more information about that later on in the future, as opposed to later on in the past. Those are two different things.
Might as well mention it now.
Might as well to the 2 people that are watching.
There were 3 people.
Yeah, but one of them's us. So there's 2.
Okay. 2 is better than nothing. It's also better than 1.
Depends on how you're looking at it. Dalton's the only one actually participating, according to Google.
You mean YouTube?
Well, YouTube's owned by Google. So, Google. But there's still not much to talk about really as far as what's going on because, still nothing happening.
We don't have information for Temple. We don't have information for Reapers.
We don't have information for Minions thing either.
Minions charity event.
And Dalton's not here to talk about the ICC.
We have no information about Mario.
We don't think Mario's happening anyway. You should probably just text Jen and say, "Hey, what's up? Like, can you officially tell us if it's happening or not?" Because I would like to officially know 100%. I'm 98% sure it's not happening, but I'd like to have 100% sure.
We should just text her and say, "Can we set a date for next year for Mario?"
Why don't you ask her about this year first?
Okay. Because I know her answer. Wait until Reapers is over because I can't focus on anything until Reapers is over and I have that off my plate.
Which would give us 1 month to plan the whole thing.
Well, that's not my fault.
I'm not saying it's your fault.
I'm not saying you are. I'm irritated. So it's going to come off as
irritated. So why don't you, like I said, just you ask her 100%.
Well, I'm sure she'll text me tomorrow anyway because that's usually...
But anyway.
She does the schedule on Thursdays.
Moving on from that. I've been watching a lot of Ion videos because this is where they start coming out because people have had time to edit and stuff. And A-Dog asked me yesterday, so are you going now? And my answer hasn't changed, but I'm not sure if I said it on here or not. Essentially, if anyone I know in the Pittsburgh area says, "Hey, I'm going, will you come with me?" I'm going to go. But if no one says that, if no one wants to go, then I'm not going to go, at least as of right now. That could change, but that's pretty much how I feel about it.
It changes if I get nominated to be an XO or something.
If A-Dog becomes XO, we're definitely going. We were asked, or all of Mayhem Company Command was asked, or really there's the core of Mayhem Company, it's not even Command necessarily, if they had any input as to not only strategy but just overall skirmish side on what kind of changes to make, and we told them a bunch of stuff, and I had mentioned ask A-Dog what she does when she generates. Sorry to scare you, pup. Because our general, it seemed like this year and I don't even know if it was the general, maybe it was Bear, I don't know, but they didn't adapt to what was happening on the field. They didn't care what was happening currently. They just knew what they wanted to happen or what they expected to happen, and it didn't work out.
You know what's interesting is that they had drones up there the entire time.
They can only see the beach. There's trees in the way.
I understand that, but he was trying to like push. I think he was in Hood at some point. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. I know that primarily they were used for the beach, but he was testing things out on Friday to get further.
No.
So I don't know exactly. I didn't see the cameras when I was in Sky Command. I just know the one thing that really stuck in my mind, specifically this Ion, is that when I was at our command meeting on Friday, the general was like, I'm always out there. I don't sit in my air conditioning tent and don't play on the field. I don't know about you. I didn't see our general at all on the field. I saw Bear walk onto the field, and I saw Bricktop when we were controlling the flag so they wouldn't get our base flag. He was on there once. He was basically, we're a syndicate.
So anyway, back to what I was saying. They didn't. Well, that was a completely different thought, unrelated. None of that was related to what I was saying.
It was related because the way that I general D-Day is that I don't go on the field. So if you're going to stay in the command tent, which is fine, then you have a different strategy of the game.
Okay, well, you didn't say that.
Sorry. Continue.
No one understood that's what your point was, or at least I did. Anyway, so I told them that, ask A-Dog how she generals, because she does things differently than apparently our general did, or at least it seemed like he did. And so they asked, and she gave her little spiel about how she does it versus what he did, which is basically listen to the people on the field and do what needs to be done, command according to what they're seeing, not according to what you believe should or could be happening.
You can't go in with a plan and keep that plan. You have to be able to adapt to what's actually happening.
So I think it was Chris.
It was Chris.
Said, A-Dog, why don't you run for XO or something along those lines? Why don't you run for command position? And Ryan seconded it, and then Chris was like, wait, is that something we can actually do? And Doug said they're usually appointed by the general, but he would see what he could do, and then asked her what she would want to do, and she said take over the world, because that makes sense. I don't know why you can't give an actual answer, but that was her answer. Like, give a joke and the real one. But, so if that actually happened, then yes, we're definitely going to Ion, and we expect each and every one of our team members to be there as well, if she becomes XO. Just so you all know, right now, it has been said, if A-Dog becomes an XO or higher of Ion, it is expected, required even, that each and every one of our team members will be there. Unless you have a legitimate, like real legitimate excuse. Camping is not an excuse. The same vacation you take every year is not an excuse.
Cutting your finger open with a machete, though,
is not an excuse, because why did you do that? Also, you can still be there to just hang out with us.
You got the other hand.
You can still be there just to hang out with us. You can't afford it? Okay, just come with us to hang out with us. Don't actually play on the field. Be the cook. We need someone to cook all the time. Anyway.
Also, that means we can bring the pup.
Oh, we can bring the pup that way, too. So there is really very few excuses as to why you couldn't be there, provided that actually happened. Now, that being said, just so everybody knows, the chances of that happening are basically zero.
Very.
Not that she can't do it, not that she doesn't deserve it, but it seems to me...
I would rock that shit hardcore.
It seems to me like it's a popularity contest.
It's who can make an ass out of themselves or be the loudest and most boisterous. I don't need to make myself known. You like me or you hate me, you see me play and you think I'm good, you follow me onto the field because of my ass, but I don't need to showboat that to anyone. I'm not going to stand on a stage and pretend that I did something that I did not do. Like some people.
What she said. But that's pretty much all I got for tonight. Dalton or mystery people, mystery person, anything else you want to talk about?
I think mystery person went away.
Yeah, I think mystery person is left. So just Dalton. I'm glad that we have a whole team of people that attend these things. We might stop
You
doing
know-
lives too, just because no one pays attention anyway.
The only time we get a lot of people is if you go on to Facebook Live and say we're gonna do live, or when we're on Facebook.
All
So
right, well
instead
then,
of doing YouTube Facebook or
good night.
YouTube Live,